Hey y'all, it's Allison with Imperfect Pages, and I'm back again today for a journal flip through of one of my old art journals. I apologize for the sound of the running fan in the background. It is very warm today, and the fan is very necessary. So today I've got my little art journal here. Let me make sure you're in focus. Yeah, we're good. This one is a journal from 2018. I had done a couple classes with Get Messy, which I highly recommend. And this was one of the junk journals that I created. It's not anything super fancy, but I thought I'd share it with you guys anyway. So this front cover page is actually just a coloring book that I stapled together, and there's a little bit of, I think that's acrylic paint, maybe, or oil, like the stuff you use for jelly prints. I don't know if that's oil paint or ink. I'm not really sure what that is, but I'm guessing that's what that is on the back of there. So yeah, I'll just, get right into this. So this little tag just says September because that was when I had put this together. And the Get Messy class was called Season of Seasons. So I just added that here, used some distress stain. Used a little quote from I'm guessing a Flow magazine. I apologize, it's been a while since I made this, so I don't remember where everything came from. This definitely came from a Flow magazine. I think I remember pulling this out of the magazine. So I've just got a little bit of journaling here. Nothing too fancy. You guys can read it. It's nothing personal, really. This was a jelly print that I had made a couple years ago with some blue and yellow, and I liked how it mixed. This journal was supposed to kind of encapsulate the end of summer and getting ready for the beginning of fall. So we've got a little more journaling here. This is Posca paint marker. This washi tape, it's one of my favorites, and Loveland's Life sent it to me with some happy mail, like, I don't know, probably back in 2017, 2016. And I, to this day, still have just a tiny bit of this washi tape left. I'm savoring it because I love it so much, and I don't want to use up the rest of the roll because it means so much to me. So here's another little cutout. I think this was from a Breathe magazine. This says Grow Tall. It's kind of hard to read. It's a gold Sharpie or bronze Sharpie. It didn't show up as well as I wanted it to, but I didn't want to change anything to it because I liked the colors, so I didn't end up outlining it or anything, and honestly I don't mind. I think it looks fine like that. So this is just some little bit of watercolor. This was the Prima Tropical palette is what I used for this one. Here's some collage, and this is a collage sheet from Loveland's Life, and I think this might even be a postcard from her Redbubble, if I'm not mistaken. This page, I love this page. This is from Studio Katie. It was a coloring sheet she did a couple years ago that I ended up using in here. This background was actually just scrap paper that I had set my journal on top of and watercolored over, and this was just what I put under the paper to protect my table. And I ended up repurposing it in this journal, and I love the way it turned out. So here's just some watercolor, simple watercolor, and it just says Summer to Fall. This cute little paper clip. Here's the backside. This is what that page looks like. I think, for it being a piece of scrap paper, I think it looks awesome. This is just some scrapbook paper with some gold Sharpie and a little bit of highlighter in the background. I don't know how I feel about that part, but that's okay. It can't all be perfect. It's part of the process. And it looks like I had done some journaling on the other side, but then covered it. So if you choose to read that, please proceed with caution because I don't know what it says. And then here's just a little quote. Here's some more doodles with Posca marker. Here's more of another jelly print that I did with some Posca pin on top of it, and another coloring page from Studio Katie. This was in some Happy Mail, and I can't remember who it's from. Like I said, it was years ago when I put this together, but it was a beautiful card someone had made me, and I repurposed it in here with a label from some tea. Here's the other half of that jelly print that I showed in the front. Another piece of that watercolor card, and just this ending page, welcoming fall with open arms. And it was from, I guess I kept this from September 1st through the 30th of 2018. So yeah, that was this little junk journal. It's one of my favorites. They're super easy to make junk journals and use them as little art journals, and I can tuck little things like these inside of my regular journal and just kind of use them whenever I feel like, whenever I'm inspired. So I've got a few more of these that I'd like to do flip throughs of, but I do need to cover some things before I share them, but you can look forward to those in the future. So thank you guys for watching, and I'm going to wrap this up for today. Hope you guys have a great day.